Hello, we are here in Val di Sole, our vineyard with Giuseppe Amato.
Hi.
And I am Kyriaki. Giuseppe started by buying a very small piece of land here in the area of Roero
2015.
in 2015. And you started as a hobby,
Yeah.
right?
Only to have a small part of vineyards and to start to make some wine, but not for sale, but only for family consumption the first year. And after the company grow up, and now we have 4 hectares, and we have more different varieties, not only the local varieties like Nebbiolo and Arneis, and we make 20,000 bottles for years actually.
Here the vineyard is very steep, as you can see. We are working in almost 45 degrees of slope, and so everything is done manually. And what's my story? My story is that I come from Greece. I came to Italy to study, and now I'm working here, and I started doing sommelier classes just out of hobby. That's how I met Giuseppe, who had made a few years of wine, and he trusted me to taste them and tell him my opinion. And so this is how all started with Val di Sole becoming a company. And even now my role is a little bit to help at the vineyard, but mostly I'm helping with the blends and with the naming of the wines. That's why all our wines have difficult and weird names. And I'm also helping to drink, no?
Yes, of course. The first vineyards that I bought was here, and I bought the first vineyards from website, and I know well this area, and I have some friends also before to starting to make wine, and I like so much this hill because are with a lot of different cultivation, and not only vineyards, but there are also fruits, and some hill are impossible to make something because are very hard slope, and so it's a part of wild and very nice also in the view.
And here we are very close to the Langhe area, which are very famous for Nebbiolo. The difference between Roero and the Langhe area is that the soil is mostly sandy here, and in fact this is what we just found in the vineyard.
Fossil,
A fossil.
yeah, from the sea.
Because here, thousands of years ago, there was a sea, so the vineyard looks like a sandy beach.
Yeah. Like some other area in the Europe, like Jura, for example. It's the soil composition is more or less the same with sand, calcareous sand, and also gray marl and white marl, and very few clay. So the soil is good and very interesting also for white grape. Not only the grape that usually are in this area, but also is very good for grape like Riesling or Traminer that we have planted in this year because we trust a lot in the white grape on this hill. We make natural wine, so with spontaneous fermentation, no temperature control, and no additional enological substance for make wine. No yeast, no anything, and
Only indigenous.
Only indigenous yeast, yes. And in before the bottling, sometimes, but not for all wine, we add some little sulfides, milligrams for liter, 20 or more or less 20 milligrams for liters.
And the same we do also in the vineyard.
Yes, in the vineyards.
We only treat with natural products.
Absolutely. No chemical products and only copper when we need, and propolis from bee, some abstract from marine algae, and sulfur in 2-3 times per year, and no anything other.
Because we are in a region that rains very much.
Yeah.
Also during summer, so sometimes we cannot avoid it.
Okay. All our wine are made in a natural way, and almost all are with skin contact. Also in the white, except 1 or 2 trial wine every year, but almost all are with skin contact that can be long since 1 month till also 9 months. And the red, the same. Also, some red are with a long skin contact, 6 or more skin contact maceration time. And in Nebbiolo, the fermentation with skin, and after the end of fermentation, we leave the skin from the wine. We don't filter the wine, we don't fining the wine, and we make wine in different containers, in wood, in different wood also, acacia or chestnut or oak, and
it's almost always old wood that doesn't leave much
and the
taste in the wine.
The dimension of wood are 200 liters or 500, it depends the wine and also the quantity of the grape that we have. And we make also some wine only in stainless steel container, and some are also in amphora clay.
I am using only amphora.
Yeah.
My favorite. So, what's your favorite kind of wine?
Riesling from Mosel, and Traminer, Gewürztraminer from Alsace. And yours?
My tastes changed radically over the years. Currently, my absolute favorite kind of wine is the Vin Jaune from Jura, and of course the Chardonnay from Montrachet. That's a good question. For me, wine, and the reason why I entered the winemaking activity is history and is art. Wine is one of the most ancient products in the world, and learning about wine, you learn about history, you learn about traditions, you learn about influences and how nations influenced each other throughout the years. You also learn how sometimes accidents in life turn into fascinating products like the champagne or the oxidative kind of winemaking. You learn how commercial relationships evolve through the years, and you understand many of the things that we do, we think, and we like today. So for me, wine is not just something that accompanies the dinner or our lunch, but is the reason that we come together, drink with each other, the ancient symposium. And learning about wine, I have learned so many things about arts and history and culture and different nations. And what does wine mean to you?
I am a biologist, and in my life I had different works, but all works are with nature, with animals, with plants. And for me, make wine is also to have a different way to understand the nature with the vineyards, and also in the cellar with the fermentation, and also with all process that in natural way we can have a wine, and with oxidation or with the skin contact, and everything that we can do with grape, and also to understand what we can have in the nature, also with the natural abstract from plants, from other natural products, and make cooperation with to fight the disease in vineyards, and what you can do to have a wine without any chemical products, and with only natural products, only in making natural way.